friends, let me ask you a question. What if the greatest risks you face after 70 aren't on a doctor's chart? What if they are silent, invisible habits that are quietly draining the color from your golden years? Most advice focuses on diet and exercise, and that's important. But today, we're talking about 3 deeper threats: a place, a behavior, and a sentence that can do more damage than any physical ailment. And I'm going to share them in reverse order, because the one we'll discuss first is the one people most often dismiss, but it sets the stage for everything else. Let's start with the last on the list, but the first in urgency, the place you must never go. And that is any room where you have to shrink yourself to fit in. After 70, your life force is not an infinite resource, it's a precious fuel. You cannot afford to have it siphoned off by environments that don't honor you. This could be a family gathering where your opinions are dismissed. It could be a club where the main currency is complaining and negativity. It could even be a weekly get-together you've attended for years, but you consistently walk in vibrant and leave feeling gray and exhausted. For decades, you may have tolerated these places out of duty or a desire to keep the peace. But now, the price is too steep. Every hour spent in a soul-draining environment is an hour you can never get back, and it's an hour your body pays for in stress. Medical science tells us that chronic emotional stress, the kind you feel when you're disrespected or ignored, is a direct line to inflammation, poor sleep, and a weakened immune system. So, before it's too late, make a decision. Give yourself permission to walk away from any room where the air is thick with judgment and step into places where you can breathe, expand, and feel like yourself. Next, the second point, the behavior you must never do. It's this: never sacrifice your body's well, being on the altar of not wanting to be a bother. For 50, 60 years, your life was a service contract. You provided, you cared, you pushed through pain and exhaustion for your work, your family, your community. That contract has been fulfilled. It is over. Your new contract is with yourself, and it's a pact of self-preservation. Ignoring your body's clear signals to please someone else is the fastest way to lose your independence. Maybe it's over committing to babysitting when your back is screaming for rest. Maybe it's skipping a necessary afternoon nap to attend an event you don't even care about. Maybe it's forcing yourself up a ladder to prove you still can. Listen, at this age, your body is not a machine to be run into the ground. It's a garden that needs careful tending. People who truly love you want you healthy, not broken. Those who get annoyed by your boundaries are not the people you should be shaping your life around. Saying no to a physically damaging task is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of profound wisdom. It is you saying yes to more years of mobility, more years of clarity, and more years of waking up ready to greet the day, not just endure it. And finally, the most critical point of all, the one that underpins everything, the sentence you must never say. And that sentence is, "It's too late for me." Those 5 words are the most powerful self-fulfilling prophecy in existence. They are the software that programs your hardware. When you declare, "It's too late to learn that," your brain stops trying to form new connections. When you say, "It's too late to make new friends," your heart closes itself off to opportunity. When you tell yourself, "It's too late to change," your entire being agrees to stay stuck. I have witnessed people in their 80s and 90s pick up a tablet for the first time, join a walking club, or learn a new language. They didn't have superhuman energy. They simply never allowed their own mouth to be the one that locked the gate on their future. The most confining walls are not made of brick. They are built with your own vocabulary. So, I urge you, trade that sentence of defeat for sentences of curiosity. Instead of, "I can't," ask, "How could I?" Instead of, "I'm too old," say, "I'm experienced enough to try." Science has shown that a mindset of growth and possibility, neuroplasticity, keeps the brain young. Your words are the instructions you give to your life. Every single day, you choose the commands. You see, these 3 warnings are not about restriction. They are about liberation. Liberating your spirit from toxic spaces liberating your body from harmful obligations and liberating your mind from a self-imposed prison. After 70, you are the sole curator of your life's final, beautiful exhibition. You decide what stays and what goes. Let me tell you about a man named Arthur I met. At 78, he was terrified of technology. "It's too late for me," he'd say, relying on his son for everything from banking to ordering groceries. He felt dependent and small. One week, his son was out of town and a storm was coming. He needed food. Trembling, he sat at the computer. It took him 2 frustrating hours, but he figured out how to order groceries online. That small victory was like a key turning in a long, rusted lock. He then learned how to video call his grandchildren. Then he discovered online chess and reconnected with an old army buddy. He told me, "For 10 years, I thought my world was shrinking. Turns out, I was the one keeping the door shut." Friends, you don't need a crisis like Arthur's. You just need a choice. So I ask you, what is the one act of self-liberation you will commit to starting today? Will you decline an invitation to a place that drains you? Will you honor your body by saying no to an unreasonable demand? Or will you catch that limiting sentence on your lips and replace it with one of possibility? Choose one. The final chapters of your story don't have to be a quiet epilogue. They can be the most vibrant and powerful part of the book. Now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments which of these 3 warnings hits closest to home for you right now. Your story might be the key that unlocks a door for someone else before it's too late.